Google DeepMind just dropped something huge. Two new AI models called Gemini Robotics and Gemini Robotics-ER, and they're about to change how we think about robots. These models don't just see and understand the world, they act on it. It's like giving robots instincts, and the early results? Game-changing. So here's the scoop. On March 12, 2025, Carolina Parada from DeepMind introduced Gemini Robotics. It's a next-gen model built on Gemini 2.0, but with a major twist. This one can control actual robots. Where Gemini 2.0 was already killing it in understanding text, images, even audio and video, this takes things from the digital world into the real one. Instead of just spitting out text or code, Gemini Robotics turns its understanding into physical actions. Yeah, real-world robots move. But wait, there's more. DeepMind also introduced Gemini Robotics-ER. That ER stands for embodied reasoning. Basically, it means the model has a built-in sense of space, like it can figure out where things are, how they move, how to grab them, or how to plan a robot's arm to reach out and pick something up. It's a serious upgrade in spatial smarts. Let's break it down. Gemini Robotics is a vision-language-action model. It sees through a camera, listens to your instructions, yes, plain old spoken language, and then acts on them. Imagine telling a robot to fold a piece of paper into origami or pack a sandwich into a Ziploc bag. Even if it's never done that specific thing before, Gemini Robotics can figure it out. That's a massive leap from traditional robots that need tons of manual coding for every new task. To see how well it could generalize, Google ran Gemini Robotics through a benchmark test with unfamiliar tasks. The result? It more than doubled the performance of previous models. That means it's not just better, it's way better at handling new objects, vague instructions, and real-world messiness, like when something slips, moves, or breaks the plan. Which, let's be honest, is basically every day. Another standout? Interactivity. In busy environments where things are constantly changing, robots need to adapt fast. Gemini Robotics can track everything in real time and adjust its plan on the fly. And thanks to its strong language skills, you don't need to be a coder. You can say stuff like, move those boxes to the shelf, but leave the red one, and it gets it. Dexterity's another big win here. Think folding paper, packing a tight bag, or gently picking up something fragile. Robots usually struggle with those fine motor skills, but this model, it handles them smoothly. DeepMind showed videos of robotic arms folding paper and carefully manipulating delicate items. It's not just precise, it's impressive. Now about Gemini Robotics-ER. This one's more of a behind-the-scenes brain. While Gemini Robotics controls the robot directly, ER handles the deep thinking, where things are in 3D space, how best to grasp them, and planning a path to get there safely. Picture a robot picking up a coffee mug by the handle from just the right angle. ER makes that possible. And here's the wild part. Gemini Robotics-ER can run end-to-end. That means it does everything, seeing, understanding, planning, even generating robot control code, without needing separate systems stitched together. That's a big deal for making robotic setups simpler and faster to deploy. In those all-in-one setups, Gemini Robotics-ER scored 2 to 3 times higher than the original Gemini 2.0 on success rates. And yes, if a task is tough, you can show it a few examples and it learns from them. It's like fast-track training without tons of data. So how's this all getting out into the world? Google's teaming up with Apptronik, a company building humanoid robots, like their Apollo platform. And Google's not just collaborating, they're actually investing. Apptronik recently raised $350 million, and Google's part of that. So, real-world Gemini-powered robots? Closer than you think. But Apptronik isn't the only one testing these models. Other robotics leaders, like Agility Robotics, Boston Dynamics, Agile Robots, and Enchanted Tools, are already involved in pilot testing. That variety of platforms should help bring these models into all kinds of environments fast. There's also a fascinating safety piece. Google's introducing something called the Asimov dataset, named after Isaac Asimov, the guy behind the famous 3 laws of robotics. The goal? Test how well AI follows ethical and safety rules in real-world scenarios. They've even built a robot constitution, a set of natural language rules that guide the AI away from dangerous or unethical tasks. And yes, there's oversight. Google has a responsibility and safety council, and they regularly talk with outside experts to make sure things are headed in the right direction. That's crucial because we're talking about robots that can act on their own in homes and workplaces. Safety's not optional, it's essential. From a user perspective, one of the coolest parts is just how easy this tech is to use. You don't need to learn programming. You can just speak naturally. Pick up that box and move it to the corner. And if the box is heavier than expected or someone bumps it, the robot figures it out and adapts in real time. For power users, there's still room for control. Gemini Robotics-ER can generate Python or other code to fine-tune robotic behaviors. And if you have a specific way of doing things, show it once, it'll get it and replicate that style elsewhere. That's the beauty of these models. They combine instinct-like behavior with smart learning. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing these systems in action with Apptronik's Apollo or Boston Dynamics bots sooner than we expect. Robots that are smarter, safer, and way easier to work with? Yeah, that's the kind of future I can get behind. Let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for hanging out. See you in the next one.